filler? I think so. Yes, I do believe this is all filler. Thermostat. Rear main seals. And can't tell if these are the connecting rod or mains. 4 pairs of rod bearings. Connecting rods. Connecting rod bearings. A couple of radiator hoses. Hopefully the right size. It said for the specific tractor we're putting them on. Second order slip. Yep, main bearings. Let's get to the other. Oh, it's only filler. These, I bet, are engine sleeve assembly. Yeah, sleeves, pistons, and all that good stuff. Check to ensure the piston has 1/1000 of an inch skirt clearance, or 4/1000. Assembly instructions, we don't need those. Filler and the main stuff. Yeah, those are the 2 order slips for the first 2 packages. Brand new piston. Isn't that nice? Brand new sleeve. I know for a fact that these are the piston rings. Sorry for the bad unboxing. And yes, they are piston rings. Which I knew for a fact because, ouch, stabbed myself. Put them back in there. Hopefully I didn't break any. Hopefully none broke during shipping. Looks like pretty much the same piston. Actually, I've got the old ones in the trunk of the car. So in here we have the reground crankshaft. In this machine, this connecting rod had to be reground. There's the old piston. The other 3 are in there. Just brought them along to do it.
Q1, I think they all are. Piston kit.
Well, they sent the wrong one. Sent the one for the 172, and we have the one 134. Even says on the receipt 134, so they messed up.
Yeah. Everything goes back in the way.
Yeah, I'm making sure of that. This goes, and then this, and then this, and piston rings, close it up. Kind of looks like they played football with this box here. Maybe not, maybe just baseball. See if the other ones are the same. number, because I only want to open up one. TP, or sleeve, S1141. Looks like they sent the 172 kit.
What about on the gaskets?
On the gaskets? Well,
they sent the 172 sleeves, or they sent the 172 gaskets?
Well, the gaskets are 134 or 172, so it doesn't matter. The head gasket.
The head gasket?
Head gasket, maybe. There should be a part number on the invoice, yeah. So look up the part number on the invoice and compare it to the one on the gasket. Yep, sending it back.
You know about the modern...
Huh?
Now you know about the wonders of modern program.
Oh well. Well, what do you think, dog? Should I use the old parts just for the show? Then rebuild it? Put in the new parts when they finally show up? I've only got 2 weeks left. I mean, if they had given me the right parts to begin with, I could have gotten it in. You're not even listening to me, are you? Yeah, you're listening to the freeway out there. Hey, hey! Back up a bit. No stepping on the electronics. Do you have a tick? No, foxtail. Gonna freak out if you had a tick. You've got tick medicine. I'm supposed to have ticks. Sorry. There we go. Didn't even feel it, huh? Just a foxtail anyway. Oh, yeah. So yeah, anyway, I better do this. This will shut down my computer if I don't do it. And well, I don't really want it to shut down right now. But anyway, I asked, so hopefully a kind person on Yahoo Answers will tell me the torque specs. Right now I'm just going to crank it down to 75 pounds, just to keep it in there for the moment. I'll probably fully tighten it in the morning. Tonight I still have to wash the block, get all the dirt and grime off of it since it's been sitting in the shop naked for 2 months, almost 3 months now. So yeah, I gotta wash the block with some mineral spirits and re-drive in the sleeves that I had originally pulled out. Dog slobbered on my laptop. Dang dog. Anyway, I got to re-drive in the sleeves that I just finished pulling out, which I haven't showed you my sleeve puller yet. I'll show you it when we get down there. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go do that right now. It is getting late, but I have lights in the shop, so I don't really care. So yeah, the crankshaft is in the car, and I just loaded up all the seals and gaskets in there. So yeah, that right there is the box with the piston and sleeve kit that is for the 172 instead of the 134 like I need. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably hibernate my computer to save battery while I go tighten it down. So yeah, that's just hibernating. That wasn't shutting it down. Come on, let's go. If you step on that laptop, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. Ooh, let's go. Got my picture camera. And, well, I'm using my video camera right now. I'll give you a little recap of what happened. We finally got the fenders off. It took 3 days of soaking in TC11. Oh, actually about an hour of TC11, but before that 3 days of WD-40. But we finally got them off. They're off, ready to go. Just gotta clean up the dents, and yeah, we'll be cheeching. Anyway, this is the block. I did a lot of sanding to it yesterday. Got it all cleaned up right down to the metal. I'm gonna have to sand it again and degrease it and all that good stuff when I put the head gasket on, because Well, of course, all kinds of shit in the shop. I just got this fan here. It's been running pretty much 24/7 since we got it a few days ago. This is the main governor body, doing its thing in some mineral spirits. Yeah. It was really bad, so I just let it sit there. We've got the pieces of the oil pump that I need to reassemble right now, which is pretty simple. You go like this and go like that, and you have a fully assembled oil pump. Anyway, yeah, I got these stupid little foam brushes. Going to use some of this mineral spirits here, supplied by JB Doer, you can see down there. Supplied by the guys who I'm restoring this tractor with. And I'm going to wash this block, basically. I've got all the sleeves over there right next to that DeWalt case, and with all the other junk on my box that I haven't really cleaned up yet. But anyway, I basically sanded every single little surface here. I'm probably going to start with installing the water pump and stuff like that, and then I'll install the crankshaft. And I'm not sure if I'm going to install the rods tonight, probably not. But the very first thing I got to do is get this fender out of here, that jack, this air pig, the radio stays in here, and figure out where to put this Suzuki 750 Superbike engine. I'm going to rebuild it, just so I know what I'm doing when I go to rebuild the Bayou. But anyway, yeah, let's get at it. So I've got all these races. I guess you'd call them races. I mean, a race is the outside of a roller bearing, or ball bearing, or whatever you want to call them. So I don't understand why these little guys right here that I'm touching right now can't be races. I don't know, it's probably not the right term, but it's what I'm going to call them. Because I kind of understand that, so that's what I'm going to call them. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to take a couple pictures and continue cleaning up. It's going to need an oil change, like less than an hour of run time. I'll probably run it for 10 or 15 minutes and do an oil change. Yeah, because it's not really looking 100% clean in there. Oh well. So I just got done pre-oiling the bearings, so there's no metal shavings in the oil, their very first oil change. So yeah, this crankshaft is going in and it's staying in because I can replace the pistons and the cylinders without removing the crankshaft fairly easily, actually. Oh, I promised you I was going to show you my sleeve puller. Well, I'll bring it up on the bench. This is it. Pretty simple. I had my buddy grind down a little thing that this fits inside the sleeve. This fits with very tight clearance on the outside of the sleeve. And you just tighten this nut. This sits on top with a couple of bridge blocks, which is the same as this. And you just tighten this up on this piece of threaded rod or all thread or whatever you want to call it, and it just jerks the sleeve out. Works really well. That specific sleeve puller doesn't belong to me. It was kind of made for this engine. Whew. Still a bit of junk on that cylinder there. That's not the cylinder that piston rides in, but I'll clean it out anyway, so there's no junk between the sleeves, which are right here, and the piston. These bearings, this is the first large-scale engine I've ever rebuilt, sadly. I wish I could say I've rebuilt several, but this is the first one. And these bearings kind of fit in pretty tightly. I mean, they fit, but they fit tightly, so the other ones came out pretty loosely, but that's probably because they had been in there for the last 50 years. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to just hope that it works. I've got the other halves, other half in the middle, and the two halves for the front and back right there. So yeah, anyway, getting ready to drop in the crankshaft right after I clean out that little bit right there. Alright, excuse my tripod here. I'm just sitting on one of the lugs on this tire. But I'm about ready to drop the crankshaft in here, so I figured I'd set up the camera in case I, well, actually drop the crankshaft and destroy everything, which hopefully won't happen. I'm gonna have to make a little sling to get the, where's my finger? To get the crankshaft down here, because I can't really get my hand in there. I could get my hand in there to pick it up, but I don't want to risk it putting it down in there. So I'm gonna make a little sling out of some baling string or maybe some rope I can find. First thing I can find, really, and get this crank in here. Well, forget that idea. I have to wash this thing. I totally forgot. Anyway, this was my sling. The jumper cable, probably 20 gauge wire. So yeah, I'm gonna take off that tag and wash this thing. Alright, I've got my radio going, and I know there's going to be somebody on YouTube who says, hey, you can't say you own that music, Well, I don't own the music, okay? So don't tell me that I do and file a copyright claim on me, because I'm just listening to the radio here. Anyway, yeah, crankshaft's clean, so about ready to drop it in the block. There you go. Woo! Not really too good. Oh boy, this thing's heavy. I wouldn't suggest messing with this thing for too long. I should be close to getting it lined up. It's only like one tooth off. I can adjust that.
The human eye blinks about 17,000 times a day. But here's a real eye opener. UV damage can cause eye disease. And if you wait for
Alright.
before having them checked, you could lose
There,
your eyes.
got the timing marks lined up, so
Think about this. Your eye
that's a good thing.
technology to help prevent that with glasses
Now,
and sunglasses that block those harmful
question is this thing totally seated in those bearings? Because if it's not, then these bearings aren't going to work. And there kind of looks totally seated, but I'm gonna have to get a closer look at it to make absolutely positively sure. Yeah, I turned that and there's oil on it, so it should. I'll turn it and see if there's oil on it, because if I turn it and there's oil on it, then that means it's fully seated. But if there's no oil on it, which means it's only touching the edges here, and it's not getting down into the bearing, which has oil on it. So yeah, and I'm sure there's other ways to check for that, but this is the way I'm using today because it's just the way I'm using. Anyway, yeah, let's do it. I do believe it is fully seated. There's oil on all these mains, which means they're getting down to the bottom of the bearing. And yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. I was spinning it, spins wonderfully. Just spinning it off. Whoop, that's probably not too good for my light. Just spinning it off of here, it spins wonderfully. So yeah, both ways. You can see the camshaft down there turning the distributor right there. So yeah, anyway, I'm glad that's working. Well, she's fully installed. Well, not fully, but it's cranked down to 75 foot-pounds. Got the thinking I'm gonna have to take this off again because I forgot to put in the seal for the back of this crankshaft. Ah, frig. Well, at least it'll hold it in for tonight. Well, I was just on the phone with yesterday's tractors, and well, one of the guys there, and he said that the number on the outside of this box was correct for what we ordered, but the kits on the inside of the box are not correct. So they're shipping out, probably already have shipped out but they're shipping out the correct kit today with a label to send this back to them. And the trash truck's coming. Wonder if, yep, they put out the trash. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, that's a good thing. watch the trash truck eat all our trash. It's recycling, actually. Trash will probably come in a few hours. Anyway, yeah. Good thing. I mean, I've got the crankshaft in, so I'm probably going to reinstall the engine. Is this zoomed in? Yes, it is. I've got the crankshaft in. I just need to fully tighten it. And I'm going to reinstall the block onto the tractor. And then I should be getting these parts in a week. And I can put it all back together in like a few hours, probably. Have the tractor running and driving. And then by that time it'll be half done painted. And yeah, I'll be pretty much ready to go. I thought they'd send me the label and I'd have to send it back, and then they'd send the new one, but no, they're sending the new one and the label at the same time. So that's good. We'll be able to bring the tractor to show with new parts.